On our Wednesday entry into the Edgewood Greenwood Cemetery series, we toured my favorite section, the one now called the Old Cemetery. The section is the historically segregated black section of the Edgewood Cemetery. It's filled with handmade stones, history, and love, but it's also filled with missing markers and a forgotten past. But today, we're going to travel back up the hill to the city-owned and operated portion of the grounds, originally known as just Greenwood Cemetery. The first grave on this land actually belongs to the Old Church Cemetery that we covered in the very first entry of the series. It wasn't neatly able to be closed behind a fence without cutting out much needed space for the sprawling city of the dead that Apopka created. Greenwood Cemetery feels different from the older grounds we've walked through. Here, neat rows stretch across the hillside, granite, marble, and concrete stones planted like hedgerows. This isn't the chaos of forgotten plots. It's a city cemetery, planned and maintained, a reflection of Apopka's growth. You'll find graves from the early 1900s all the way to today. They aren't in order of date. It was pick a plot, purchase the plot, get a survey for your marker, and file it with the city. It's efficient. Names like John Land, the longest-serving mayor of Apopka, rest here, and thousands more. People whose stories never made it to the paper, but whose presence still fills the space. I wish I could show you every single homemade marker. I wish I could show you every unique stone. I wish I could show you every unmarked plot. I wish I could show you everything that makes this cemetery worth visiting, even if you don't know a single name carved in it. Cemeteries are for the living, and I understand why people stay away. Because they fear. Cemeteries stir up fear. Fear of the dead, fear of the dying. But that's never made any sense to me. When was the last time you heard someone say she was walking through a cemetery when a ghost attacked her? Unless we're counting the Highgate vampire, like never. But how often do you hear she was in her house when, or he was hitchhiking and? There's a whole genre for that. It's called true crime. The living are the ones that we have to fear, not the dead. As much as I really hope that there are ghosts, I've never seen one. Not even in the abandoned places that I've been. So why fear the dead? They're quiet, they're patient, they've already done the hardest part, they've already lived. What we should fear is forgetting. If you don't do anything else, you should remember. And if I don't do anything else in my life, I hope that I change one person's mind about what cemeteries are. They're not just spaces of rest. They're spaces of life. I can't use the ambient sound in most of my videos because what you'd hear isn't silence. Yes, you'd hear birds and you'd hear crunches of leaves, but you'd also hear the sounds of the living city all around. Traffic, lawnmowers, the hum of daily life, a man arguing with his coworker about calling out again. Every day someone's preparing a new grave. Genealogists, historians, volunteers, all walking around, photographing, remembering. Families come with flowers, balloons, toys, solar lights. Once I saw a birthday banner that was strung between stones. These are living places. They're vibrant and they're human. They're full of love and laughter and loss and remembrance and grief and tears. They are places that prove that this person had joy and pain and success and failure and all of it. It all happened in their life, so why shouldn't it happen here? Too often people bury their dead and just forget them, afraid of what a cemetery represents. Dust your feet off, Dusty. You don't want them ghosts following you home. Sweetheart, ghosts aren't here. They'd be too lonely hanging out with just a bunch of stiffs. They'd be too lonely just seeing the random historian. They're too lonely here because people don't come and visit as often. Put the fear aside and come tend to your ancestors' graves. If they have no stone, bring them a painted rock, bring them flowers, anything that says you mattered to me. If they have a flat stone, come out and clean the grass off of it, clear the dirt, because Florida will take back if you don't. These are places of memory, lasting places of love, saying someone lived, someone was loved, and someone is remembered. But if you don't come out, that doesn't happen. Greenwood is no different. Its carefully plotted rows, stretching toward the horizon, ever expanding, welcoming new neighbors into the ground. The stones are memories waiting for visitors. How delightfully human is that? I think I will close out my rambling. Greenwood is a beautiful cemetery. I hope everyone comes to visit it. But until they do, if you liked, please press like. If you want to subscribe for more, please do. And that's it. Thanks for listening to me talk to myself. Wander often, wonder always, and stay safe on those back roads.